Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
Wednesday already. Come on.
Yeah.
Get out of it. Get.
I love everything.
Nice day. Wednesday. Good morning. Thank you for tuning in. 19 minutes after 7 o'clock. It's September 10th.
Yeah.
Wake up.
I know. Almost Christmas.
Almost Christmas.
It's coming up quick.
It's almost your birthday is what it is. Tomorrow.
Yeah.
The only reason September 11th has any bright spot in it is because it's your birthday.
6 decades.
It's the 6th decade, right? You will have successfully completed 6 decades on planet Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good morning, Robin. How are you?
Good. Larry, how are you? Good morning.
Good. I know you're excited. You have your son visiting from New Jersey this evening. You guys are going down to pick him up at the airport, so that's always exciting, right?
Yep. Prayers.
Yeah, man. I'm
been seeing him a lot for a long time.
Looking forward to seeing him, of course, myself.
Oh, he can't wait to see you.
Got a good show this morning, I would say. 7:35. I've got something. There's a debate, and it's interesting that I found this debate because I kind of wanted to do it here with us. So I will do it here with us in our little way. And then there's a bigger debate happening in New York City on September 30th about this very same thing. Sort of, kind of. The debate that they will be having is whether you agree or they agree, or anyway, whether it's agreed or not agreed that America is flexing its muscles in the Middle East and will make things worse by doing so. Do you think?
Gosh.
I mean, today is the day that President Obama is going to explain to America and the world what the strategy is to defeat ISIS. And of course, this world has got bunches of stuff going on. The New York Police Department says that it's more complex than ever, the terror threats. And of course, as on the day before September 11th, everybody is, walking differently, I guess, and it feels weirder this year than in the years since September 11th, 2001. It almost feels ominous or something. I don't know why.
Yeah, it does.
And I hope it's just nothing. Hope there's nothing to it. But the question is, have we, and we'll debate this at 7:35, has America actually made our safety, compromised our safety by the actions we took in the Middle East? The things we've done in Iraq in the past several decades, the things we've done in Iran in the past several decades, the things we've done in Afghanistan.
Yep.
Our positions in the Middle East, have we made it worse by trying with good intentions? Mm-hmm. Have we had good intentions but made things worse? And the answer to the question might affect how you feel about whatever President Obama says whenever he gives that speech. I don't know what time he's doing that, do you?
No, not 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock tonight?
p.m. Eastern time.
So anyway, flexing America's muscles in the Middle East, has it been a good thing? Has it made things worse? And looking ahead, will it make things worse? So there was another debate about the shrinking military and how we have so fewer naval ships now than we did Once upon a time.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I don't understand it. I mean, if I were,
No.
well, 7:35. Save all your things, all your thoughts about this for 7:35. Okay.
Okay.
8:35. We read the news. Simple as that. 8:35. We shorten it, abbreviate it. It's called News Bites. If you've never heard that segment before, it is news from everywhere, from around the world, around the nation, around the state, and sometimes around town.
Yep.
And it gives you a chance as a listener in Ocala to catch up on a bunch of news in a short period of time and keep up with the rest of the people who are the news junkies.
Yeah.
Now, you don't have to be a news junkie. Just kind of listen to that 25 minutes and you'll be set. John Lloyd and John Mitchinson have a fun book. They're coming out at 9 to 5. Their book is called 1,339 Quite Interesting Facts to Make Your Jaw Drop. We've had these two gentlemen on before. They're from England. I think they're calling in from England, right?
Yep.
And they are both on the BBC. They've got a TV show over there called QI, which stands for Quite Interesting. And so they'll be on talking about their book. And it's a fun one. I'm going to give it away, too, by the way.
Yep.
1,339 Quite Interesting Facts to Make Your Jaw Drop. Joseph A. Califano is coming on, Califano Jr. He's the founder of the National Center on Addiction and Substance Abuse. He served with the U.S. Secretary of Health, Education, and Welfare, and he launched the first national anti-smoking campaign. And his book is called How to Raise a Drug-Free Kid.
Yep.
10:05 in the studio, we have a panel of experts in higher education coming into the studio. It's a roundtable format, and they do this every 3 months or so, correct?
Yep.
Has it been 3 months already?
Yes, it has.
Mike Fallon, I believe, is the guy we say is the head of the group. I guess he organizes these. They're not debates. They just discuss what's happening in our community as far as higher education. If you are wanting to improve your education, maybe get a different degree, regardless of your age. There's people in school right now in their 80s, Rob.
I know.
Maybe in their 90s, too.
So wonderful. Everybody can learn every day.
So 10:05 we'll do that. And Ocala really has really improved in the last few decades as far as what is available here. Not only what you can learn, but also how you can apply what you learn. In other words, the jobs that are available.
Yeah, they're improving.
Legally Yours at 10:35. That's the program from John Fuller. He's an attorney here in Ocala, and he'll be answering legal questions. It says here it's a rebroadcast, so just listen and enjoy. Dr. Steve Janjic. Am I saying his name right? Janjic?
Yep.
Janjic. He's a Wall Street commodities expert. He's going to talk about the business of America's marijuana revolution.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
Isn't it strange how some states have made it legal? And there's a story this morning about where was it? Agents raided the grow houses. Marion County Sheriff's Office, 344 pot plants seized.
Oh, well, they need to move to California and they won't have to work.
See, this is the thing. I agree.
Exactly.
I agree. If
Just
this
export from there.
if you're absolutely dead set that you want to be growing marijuana
Yeah.
as a business, hey, Colorado,
Yeah.
right?
There was a documentary last night, and there was some guy out there, and the cameras went in, and they documented all his marijuana plants, and people came in to buy them. So
Goodness.
they're ready.
Cheech and Chong.
Yeah.
All over again. On the segment we do with Joe, Fun with Joe, I have KP duty for you and Joe.
Uh-oh.
KP duty. All of the answers will either start with K or end with P.
Oh, how clever.
And then sometimes both.
Oh,
Some
okay.
cases. Most of them are relatively easy, but they either start with K or end with P.
Okay.
And there you go.
And sometimes both.
And sometimes both. Today, the topic I had for Galen yesterday that we kind of went off on a tangent, which was a really good one. I want to tell him how much I appreciated it, by the way. Galen is a great debater.
Yeah.
And a great debate leaves the other party either adamant that they were right all along or questioning if maybe they had part of it wrong. And in yesterday's debate with Galen, which I don't always debate with Galen, but when he does, he's really good at it. And the debate yesterday, I think we both agreed with each other, so there wasn't, technically it wouldn't have been called a debate, but I think it was a learning thing.
Oh.
You know, it was a real learning thing. So
Yes.
I don't want to get into it now, but I'll tell him what I thought yesterday when he's on. But anyway, so the 10 athletes that changed sports history is what I was going to talk to him about yesterday. So I've saved it for today. So that's what we'll talk about today
Okay.
when Galen is on the phone. All right, let's see. A couple of things in the news that you'll be hearing people talk about that are... First, before I do that, tomorrow is September 11th. I just want you to know we have set aside some time where we're basically just going to talk about September 11th, 2001. You, the audience, gave me great feedback as to whether or not I should do that at length. I was going to do it anyway, but I was going to do it for maybe 25 minutes or so and then just do everything else. But as an audience, you let me know that you did appreciate the fact that in past years, we've really spent a lot of time on the anniversary of September 11th to talk about what happened that day, to remember where we were, to play you sound bites and things that kind of make you feel patriotic and grateful and sad at the same time, unfortunately. So tomorrow we will do that. What do we have, like 3 segments set aside for that?
Yes.
So almost 90 minutes, I think. Yeah.
Gosh.
And I've got what I really love about the things that I've been finding is I found some sound bites from people who are the survivors of those who died on September 11th, not just in the Twin Towers, but also in the Pentagon and in Pennsylvania. And they're talking about it again. They're looking back at it, and it's all part of the museum and memorial up in New York City. It's part of that. So touching. I don't have all of them. I have some of them. But anyway, it's just something else. Oh, my goodness. I didn't get to tell you these other things. All right, we'll take a little break, and we'll be right back. Got a good morning planned, I think. I'm looking forward to it, and we'll be right back. This is The Source, WOCA Ocala.
Fox News Radio. I'm Steve Rappaport. The new battle in the war on terror.
President Obama makes a primetime address to lay out the next phase in a strategy to degrade and destroy ISIS.
At the core of that next phase is understanding and protecting the core national security interests of the United States.
Press Secretary Josh Earnest, the president has ruled out U.S. combat boots on the ground in Iraq or Syria.
Fox Radio's Jared Halpern. One step closer to a comeback.
This chance will not come again, so let's take it right now and turn this country around.
Former Massachusetts Senator Scott Brown wins a Republican Senate primary in New Hampshire. Brown will face incumbent Democrat Jeanne Shaheen in November. The 8th execution in Missouri this year. Earl Ringo Jr. was put to death by lethal injection shortly after midnight for killing 2 people during a robbery. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Fox News on your time. The Fox News iPad app is ready to go with all the great features from FoxNews.com and our iPhone app optimized specifically for your iPad. Watch the latest clips from your favorite Fox News shows. Personalize the app by creating your own newscast using the video playlist. Listen to Fox News Radio live. Get local weather forecasts. And it's all free. Go to foxnews2go.mobi. That's Fox News, the number 2, go.mobi.
Some people would call him a loser. He ran for state office. He was beaten. He started a business. He failed. He ran for Congress. He lost. He was nominated for vice president. He lost again. But he knew only those who never try are the real losers. And Abraham Lincoln was no loser. Persistence. Pass it on. From the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com.
Hey, it's Chrissy with Ocala Mac and PC Repair and Ocala Guest Wi-Fi to let you know we have you covered. We are the only local certified Apple and Microsoft computer company in Ocala. We are family owned and operated. From mobile repair to wireless networks, viruses, new systems, or security cameras, we do it all. Check us out online, OcalaMacPC.com, or give us a call, 352-566-8324.
Tell them Nick, Madison, or Mason sent you and get free diagnostic.
Get your internet telephone service from the company that brought affordable internet service to Ocala in the first place. All is Safe is a sister company of Ocala Guest Wi-Fi, a company you've known and trusted for all your internet needs. Whether you need a phone or hundreds, we've got the products and services to meet your needs both now and in the future. Our plans include everything from local and long-distance calling to equipment maintenance and even software upgrades. You can count on All is Safe to give you cost certainty knowing that your bill will be the same next week, next month, or even next year. Call 352-450-8647 today to learn how to cut your monthly telephone bill up to 60%.
Veterans are the foundation upon which our freedom is built. Listen to The Source, WOCA, each Thursday at 9 a.m. to Veterans News with Hank Whittier from Vets Helping Vets. You'll hear tributes, information on veterans issues, and stories that will make you laugh, cry, and feel proud. Veterans News always focuses on the military, past and present, and on our first responders. Veterans News is brought to you each week by Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens and Nursery, keeping you blooming since 1952.
The hottest CD deal this summer is with Florida Credit Union. Our summer CD special includes a short 25-month term combined with 1.51% APY. Take advantage of this high-yield CD special. Offer good till September 30th, 2014. In DeLand, call 386-738-4717. In Ocala, call 352-237-8222. Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life. Federally insured by the NCUA. Offer subject to change at any time. $10,000 minimum.
This is a public notice. Local residents can now save thousands of dollars on their next car, truck, or SUV. It's not a tent sale, because no tent is big enough to hold this many cars. It's OcalaForSale.com. Say goodbye to sticker shock. OcalaForSale.com has thousands of vehicles with no stickers at all. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge, undercutting, rust proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Stair workouts burn more calories than walking, up to 100 calories in 15 minutes. So 10 trips up and down between floors in your own house counts as part of your daily exercise requirement. And if you find yourself dreaming during power naps, it's a telltale sign that you're sleep deprived. Don't ever touch your eyes when you're flying, your nose, or your mouth until you do wash your hands.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
All right, thank you. 25 minutes before 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. I don't have any, what do you call them, ribbon cuttings to announce right now.
Nope, not until the 17th.
The 17th is the next one?
Yeah.
And sneak peek, where is it going to be?
AAA Insurance.
Oh, okay. So there's a sneak peek, but we'll announce the details when we get closer to it. But anyway, so the Chamber and Economic Partnership, obviously doing great things with our businesses. And if you have a business, hey, it makes sense to join them, right?
Yeah,
it's part of what we're doing. Also, I must tell you, I'm drinking the Starbucks coffee this morning called Guatemalan, oh my goodness, Guatemalan Antigua, something? I don't remember what it's called now. Something, anyway.
Okay.
I've always been the guy who went into Starbucks and said, I just want the regular coffee. I don't want anything fancy.
Yeah.
But I kind of like this, Guatemalan something. You know what I like at Christmas time is the Christmas blend that they have.
Yeah.
But anyway,
it's nice.
Guatemalan, just recommending it.
Okay.
Here at the Paddock Mall.
I like the name.
All right. Gosh, where do I start with this? Tomorrow is September 11th. On September 11th, 2001, everybody knows what happened. Did we somehow lower our guard? Did we somehow try to fix things in the Middle East and instead it backfired on us? Of all the things that we've done that I think is stupid, I think by reducing our military, that's stupid. I'll never understand why we did that. Of course, because it cut back on the expenditures. Back in March of 2013, I guess, when we were talking about the sequester. The sequester, was that in 2013 or this year? I can't remember.
Yeah.
The Pentagon was given 6 months to eliminate $41 billion from their budget.
That is absolutely
Just listen
insane.
to this little soundbite right here. It's part of a public debate, but I want you to hear this.
6,700 2,768. That is the number of warships in the U.S. Navy in the waning days of the Second World War.
You hear that? Let me play again.
War.
Wait.
288.
How do I get to...
Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Krepinovich.
All right, hold on. Let me just get past this guy.
Andrew, you are also arguing for the motion.
Wait a minute. Wait.
6,768. That is the number
6,768. Right?
Of warships in the U.S. Navy in the waning days of the Second World War. 288 ships. That is the number of ships in the U.S. Navy in the opening days of 2013.
Oh, my God.
Can you believe that?
Oh, my God.
Did you realize that number?
No. Oh, that's horrible. We're caught with our pants down right now. Oh, my God.
There. I mean, isn't that the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard? All the things we're spending money on, and we're not keeping our defenses strong?
Yeah.
Is that the most ridiculous thing?
Oh, that is absolutely
So did we do this to ourselves? Did we make ourselves vulnerable? You know, in our efforts to become, diplomatic, and in our efforts to not recognize the fact that you can't negotiate with people who are unreasonable. You can't reason with unreasonable people. You cannot reason with unreasonable people. You have to speak softly and carry a big stick, as Teddy Roosevelt said.
Exactly.
Teddy Roosevelt said it. Those numbers are unbelievable. Tomorrow when we do this September 11th thing, and this is all going to come together in a second. I don't want you to think I'm all over the map, but I'm going to play for you some of the sound bites. Now listen to the heartfelt statement from New York City police officer Joseph Lutriario. He was on duty on the morning of September 11, 2001. This is what happened. These good people who are here in America trying to make a living, raise a family, just keep our streets safe, or work in our factories, or plow our fields, or build our railroads.
Yeah.
These are the people that the people we elect are supposed to be protecting.
Exactly.
Listen to what he said in response to September 11th.
We got to the World Trade Center in a matter of minutes. My thought was to run in and get as many people out as I can. We were approached by a teacher, and she was holding a child. She said, "There's a daycare center." And we just started grabbing children. I wanted to get as many out as I possibly could. And the last time I went in the building, there's only one child left to grab. He was around the age of my son at the time, and he was absolutely panicking. And I ripped open my shirt, and I just stuffed his head in there, and we dropped him off to these people that were carrying the children away. And then I ran into the South Tower, and I realized that something was happening because the floor became like a total earthquake. I remember flying through the air, and I had no idea that the entire building fell. All I remember is being in a dark place with very little room. My initial thought was, I'm dead. They'll find me tomorrow, and they'll bury me the next day. And then I said, who's going to raise my kids? If I can't do it, who's going to do it?
All right. So, and I'm not playing that to tug on your emotions, or maybe I am in a way, because if you think about it, the cut in the military budget, has made us more vulnerable, has made you and I just trying to get through our day, trying to do the best we can, sending money to these different agencies and organizations, including tax money.
Yeah.
Voluntary money plus tax money to help out so many people in this world who all the time cut us down as Americans as if we're the demons on the whole planet. Meanwhile, we're the ones who want to build their wells, dig their wells. We're the ones who want to build up their cities. We're the ones who want to deliver the vaccines to them. We're the ones who want to change their lives so that they can have what we have. And we have what we have because we have had throughout history a strong defense. Why? Why would we reduce our defenses so much? Let me just play that little piece again, just to do this, just to make a point here.
768. That is the number of warships in the U.S. Navy in the waning days of the Second World War.
All right. 6,700. What was the number again?
68.
68. And then?
War. 288 ships. That is the number of ships in the U.S. Navy in the opening days of 2013.
Hello.
Oh, this is insane.
All right. So now, today,
Stupid administration.
President Obama is going to talk to us about what we are going to do about ISIS. Where's the article I had about the New York Police Department? I wanted to tell you that they are not happy with what's happening in the world. It's not a political statement. It was just their comment on their job. Airstrikes in Iraq, ongoing unrest in Syria, the beheadings of 2 American journalists, all casting long shadows on the 13th anniversary of September 11th. September 11th regarded as a good luck day for those who want to see us no longer around. Mm-hmm. They want us, and they want Israel off the planet. That's what they want. There is no specific threat right now against New York, according to the news. But, you have to be on guard, and you can't be reducing your military from 6,000 ships down to 200 ships.
Yeah,
exactly. What is wrong with that? How is that possible?
I know, that is absolutely stupid.
So when we come back, we're heading over to the debate, but I wanted to use that to set this up, and I want to hear from you all. There's a debate happening September 30th at the Kaufman Center in New York City. You do not have to be there to watch this debate, nor do you have to be there to participate in the debate, because you can vote on it. In fact, you can vote on it right now. I'll tell you how when we get to that part. But a debate is scheduled, and this is the statement. Flexing America's muscles in the Middle East will make things worse. So the question for us when we come back from the break is this. Do you think, A, we have made things worse by flexing our muscles in the past couple of decades? Do you think we will make it worse by flexing our muscles again? We don't know what the president will say today. We assume he's going to say we need to destroy ISIS. I sure hope it's what he says.
Yeah.
But do you agree with that? Do you agree that flexing our muscles will make things worse or make things better? We'll take your calls when we come back. This is The Source, WOCA Ocala.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. It'll be partly sunny today with a shower or thunderstorm around, the high 88 to 92. Partly cloudy tonight. There can be a shower or thunderstorm in spots near the coast, the low 70 inland, 75 along the coast. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a thunderstorm around, mainly during the afternoon hours across the interior, the high 88 to 92. And for Friday, clouds and sun with a shower or thunderstorm, high 87 to 91. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Joe Lundberg.
On this episode of What Not to Do, brought to you by
Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
Okay, easy. All right, set her down. Over there. Easy.
What are you doing?
Oh, honey, you're home early. Nothing.
Really? Because it looks to me like you've torn up the entire yard with this giant tractor.
Not all of it. There is a small section over there I didn't
That's
get.
not even funny. Why are you tearing up my yard?
Well, the sprinkler head broke.
So you thought it was a good idea to fix it with a huge tractor?
Well, not at first, but then when I tried to fix it, I hit the main line. Thought it would be a good idea
You thought all of this was a good idea? Here's an idea. Why don't you just call Mike Scott Plumbing? It's that easy. In fact, let me help you out with that. 237-2888.
But it's the weekend.
I know. They don't charge extra for nights, weekends, or holidays. Remember the commercials? If water runs through it, they do it. And they're already on their way. So get this monstrosity out of my yard.
On next week's episode of What Not to Do.
A crane? Really?
If you're looking to save some bucks on your food budget, then plant some vegetables this fall. There's no better time than right now, and the place is Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, where there's a huge selection of fall veggies at truly remarkable low prices. Everything from broccoli to zucchini, Bob has them all, and still just $2.25 for the jumbo 4-pack. More than a dozen types of peppers and more tomatoes than you can shake a stick at, all just $2.25 right now at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens. And by the way, it's almost camellia blooming time. Bob Wines has a giant selection of number 2 size sun and shade loving camellias. Regularly $39.99. Get 3 for less than $100. Special section of closeouts too, as little as $2. Get on over to Bob Wines Camellia Gardens right away. They're on Southeast 38th Street, Ocala. Open daily 9 to 2, Monday through Saturday. Growing greener with Ocala since 1952.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
All right, 12 minutes now before 8 o'clock. Thank you for listening. I'm hoping that you were listening the first half of this half hour because I really don't want to repeat everything that I've already done. And in a nutshell, this is what we're talking about. It's a debate that will happen actually at the Kauffman Center in New York City on September 30th. It kind of goes hand in hand with the fact that the president is making a statement this evening regarding our reaction to ISIS. Do you think our reaction should be more like a police force going after the mafia, or should it be more like a country going at war with another country? What extent should the United States decide? What reaction should we decide on ISIS, the group that beheaded the 2 journalists? Should we just go after the guy in the video? Is he the one we're going to blame? Or do we recognize this as a real uprising, a military force that is growing in strength because of the dollars that they're able to generate from the sale of the oil that they stole? And now they're debating as to whether America's flexing of her muscles in the Middle East will make things worse. There are 2 people who say, yes, it will, on the debate panel set for the 30th. 2 people who say it won't. And then, of course, the general public is invited to actually chime in on this with the website. And let me tell you the website real quick, and then I go to the phone. The website is... It's a cool website, by the way. It is intelligencesquaredus.org. intelligencesquaredus.org. The upcoming debate on September 30th. Pete called in during the break. Pete, thank you for waiting.
Thank you, Larry. I'm starting to feel like President Obama has us all in a time machine. We're talking about whether or not this group is a threat. The president is trying to build a coalition. We're trying to determine the level of our response. These are all the...
Pete, you dropped off. I can't hear you.
I was...
Oh, my goodness.
This is also going to be a mistake. And one of the things that they mentioned on the news that the president is going to talk about is he wants to have $500 million to train local troops, probably to fight ISIS. Now, I'm glad the president doesn't want to send our men and women in there, because I don't want our men and women in there either. But we spent billions of dollars to train the Iraqi army after the fall of Saddam, and half of them melted away when the fighting started. We spent billions of dollars to train the Afghan army, and they're killing our own men and women over there in these attacks against us, our own people that we trained. And now we're going to spend more millions of dollars to train another group that's probably going to melt away when the fighting starts against ISIS. Why do we keep repeating the same mistakes over and over? And I'll close with one final thing. According to the news report I heard on another network, the president is not planning to ask Congress for authorization to go into Syria. And we've discussed this before. Syria is a sovereign country. If we're going to go in and bomb targets inside another country's territory, we either need the permission of that government and the approval of Congress, or we need, if we're going to attack another country, we should get a declaration of war. President Bush failed to do that when we went into Iraq. He got authorization from Congress. That's very, very shaky gray area, very shaky congressional approval according to the Constitution. But if President Obama is going to hit targets inside another country without the permission of that government, that he either needs to do a direct declaration of war or go to Congress and get something. He can't just go around and conduct these actions. No president can. And I think we're getting ready to step into a giant pit of quicksand. And Larry, I know other people want to talk, so thank you very much for letting me on.
Thank you, Pete. If you want to call 622-WOCA, I'd love to hear what you have to say about it. And Pete's, I don't want to see troops on the ground either. And he's right. We have done everything. Mm-hmm. These people have decided to wimp out. They had the tools. They had the money. They had the manpower. Remember, the numbers were so unbelievably in favor of the Iraqis, and yet they let the few rule the majority, and we can't let that happen. I think maybe the answer to this is treat it like a police force going after the mafia. The police force goes into the neighborhood and says, look, we're not going to bomb your whole neighborhood, but you got to tell us where the guys are hiding. You got to tell us. So you got to tell the countries, look, we don't want to bomb your country. You got a lot of innocent people, but you got a couple of nuts here that we need to get. So let us in, let us take care of that, and we'll be out. That's what we need to be saying. Or we need to say, you know what? You're on your own. We've done enough for you. We're not going to help you at all, but you know what we're going to do? We're going to take the money that was going to be sent to you, and we're going to build our defenses back up. Because that statement that we are down to, 200-something ships? What the heck is that statement?
Yes.
What the heck is that statement? Because why? We can't manage the budget. We have have to remove $41 billion, and now we're faced with another sequester. They're not using that word yet, but it's in the news.
Right, it is.
Right? So what are we supposed to do? And the way I look at it is when you're looking at when you look back at the reason for remembering September 11th, 2001 is because of this very thing. What was the number of airplanes that were reported missing?
No, just now, 11.
11.
Yeah.
11 jets, airliners missing. Nobody knows where they are.
Yeah.
Not just the Malaysian one. There's 11 that were reportedly stolen.
Yes. That is insane.
What are they doing?
Yeah.
What do you think they're doing?
Yeah.
Why would they do it? Because they don't like us? Because they don't like Israel? Mm-hmm. Is Israel wrong in any of this?
Yeah.
I mean, we just, in Joan Rivers' words, we just need to grow up. And I think in our defense, America is more mature about this, more civil than many of these other countries. I really think they had just somehow gotten, nobody included them in the civilization train. They need to hop on and become civilized. What was the guy's name? Cat Stevens had the song Peace Train.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we all want to be on the Peace Train. Well, how about the civilization train? Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, guys.
Hey, Hugh.
See, we in the free world, there's no choice in the matter. You have to assault that situation with all the strength you've got. If you don't do nothing, it's just a matter of time. You'll be back to 9/11 again. It's as simple as that.
Okay, and what do you think we should do? Should we flex our muscle there or build our defenses here?
I think actually in both places. Right now, it seems that the attack from the air is helping quite a bit. I would continue with that if it needs to have troops on the ground. I hate to say it, but I think we have no choice in the matter but to get in there and wipe it out before we have another 9/11 down the road.
Yep, I agree.
Can I say something real quick about the boats, the ships that were lacking?
Yeah.
Back in June, off the shores of Orlando here was a submarine 30, 40 miles out. I think they were doing maneuvers or whatever it is. That one little submarine was capable at that place to send a warhead, atomic warhead, to anywhere in the world. One ship. I feel that because we don't have as many ships as we did at one point doesn't mean that I don't think there's strength in numbers in that respect, because what you have is it's so capable of doing so much more than when you had all the other ships that couldn't do that much. It's almost like a factory going to automation and having a machine to replace several hundred workers and be more efficient at it. That's how I see that.
I hope you're right. I hope so. I understand what you're saying, and I hope you're right. I hope what you're saying is that you got a small, more powerful army than 6,000 ships, or a more powerful navy in this case. Mm-hmm.
Exactly right. I think so, yeah.
All right. I hope so. I don't know. I don't know enough about it. Maybe somebody knows more about warfare than I do.
Yeah.
But thank you. Thank you, Hugh. Appreciate the call.
But the one ship can't be everywhere. That's why if you have a lot of ships, they can be everywhere.
I don't know. Maybe somebody knows more about warfare. Real quickly, in the Obama statement, according to those who somehow are speculating what the president is going to say this evening, he is going to put out a call for an international coalition to confront ISIS. This is a relatively small group with a lot of money. ISIS is. Mm-hmm. But ISIS isn't the only group. Henry Kissinger says ISIS is not as big of a problem as Iran is. Of course, Kissinger also says that Hillary Clinton was a better Secretary of State than he was.
Yeah.
How it takes shape, how what the president says will likely influence the president's plan as far as the international coalition if the other countries decide to jump on board with this. And you would think it would be in their best interest to jump on board with this, because jumping on board is for them too. Look, they don't like England any more than they like us.
Yeah.
They don't like us. They don't like England. They don't like Australia. You know, we got a lot of countries in this world that really need to be jumping on this and saying, look, these people want to get rid of us. They want to get rid of you if you're a Christian, if you're Jewish, if you're anything but what they are. They even want to get rid of their fellow Muslims if they're not agreeing with their views.
Yeah.
So, anyway, the debate, if you wanted to chime in on it, would have to be online unless you're going to go to New York. Those who are for the motion that flexing America's muscles in the Middle East will make things worse, in other words, they want us to not flex our muscles, say that intervention will result in unintended consequences. Those who are against the motion that flexing our muscles in the Middle East will make things worse say the Islamic State is growing as a growing threat in the region and the world, and American nationals and thousands of Europeans are believed to have joined IS, and we must fight IS overseas and not wait for the fight to come to us.
That's right.
Which is what happened on September 11th, 2001. A fight came to us, and the average American that day, September 11th, 2001, the average American was running around wondering who did this. And then we found out later on that the Pentagon knew all along who did it.
Yeah.
And the one who did it was responsible for the attack on the USS Cole, which we responded to with a very weak hand.
From the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. The president in primetime talking about the fight against militants.
The president is getting ready to lay out his much-anticipated strategy for defeating ISIS, and we're hearing he's getting ready to expand airstrikes against the group from Iran into Syria. That's according to the New York Times.
Fox Radio's Rachel Sutherland.
White House Press Secretary Josh Earnest says the president's strategy also includes
supporting the Syrian opposition as they take the fight to ISIL in their country.
President Obama will ask Congress to give him authority to arm moderate Syrian opposition forces fighting President Bashar al-Assad.
The Secretary of State's in Baghdad for the first high-level U.S. meeting with Iraq's new prime minister. John Kerry will urge him to take quick steps to ease sectarian tensions, and police expected to file additional charges against a man suspected of killing his 5 children in South Carolina, then driving to Alabama, where the bodies were dumped on a